Guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Okay, so we are going to talk about TPMS sensors. I'm gonna go a little bit more in detail. If you guys have tried to reset your TPMS sensor and you still have the light on your dash, but you know that it's filled to the correct air pressure, this is the video for you. We are going to talk about why that happens and how you guys can reset it. Okay, so basically the TPMS sensor are the sensors in your tires. Essentially what it does is it relays information about the air pressure to your car's computer. If you guys open the driver's side door, most of the time the tire pressure is going to be on the on the back side of the driver's side door. It'll tell you exactly what the pressure is that you need for these tires on the front and on the back. Now, these sensors can go off on you depending on various situations. A lot of these parameters of the sensors is within 5 PSI below what it's supposed to be. Now you can overfill it. As far as I can tell, you can overfill it to a certain amount and the light will not come on. Okay, if it goes below 5 PSI on any of these tires, chances are your light is gonna go on. Now normally how the system work is, if all the sensors are working correctly and you fill the tire pressure up to the correct pressure, normally at that point the car's computer will wirelessly read that the pressure is correct and that light will go off. Sometimes you need to drive it a little bit and it automatically detects after driving a little bit that the pressure is correct and the light will go off on its own. This is how most of these TPM sensors work. However, if you guys are in this situation where the TPMS light won't go off, I'm going to tell you guys why that happens and how you guys can fix that issue. Okay, so there are reasons why your TPMS light will not go off, and they have to do with either the TPMS itself or your car's computer. Most of the times the car's it's a tire's TPMS that's the problem. It's either malfunctioning, A, B, the battery is either dying or dead, or the battery is kind of low, but it's very cold outside, and the cold actually causes issues, obviously, with the way the battery is supposed to work, and then it reads it as dead. And sometimes you have this situation where as it gets warmer, you don't have the light on, but as it gets colder, you have the light on. A lot of those situations is with the TPMS battery issues. Or you swapped out the tires, and now the car's computer is reading wrong amounts for the tire, particularly if you swap out winter and summer tires, or you do a tire rotation. Some vehicles have the system where it can read or reset the sensors itself. Some vehicles have buttons where you can do it easily. However, you could also have issues where the TPMS sensor is malfunctioning, or maybe you had a flat tire and you drove on the flat tire for a block or two, and then the TPMS sensor gets destroyed. Situations like that will cause your TPMS sensors to either malfunction or have issues to the point where you can't actually reset the TPMS sensors. So if you guys are in this situation where you guys have or if you replace the TPMS sensor and it's a new TPMS sensor, this is another one. If you replace the TPMS sensor and it's another TPMS sensor, you're going to need to reset it. All right, because the car is not going to read a new TPMS sensor off the bat. You're going to have to reset it. So if you guys have issues with the TPMS sensors not setting, here's what you guys are going to have to do. All right, sometimes if you know that TPMS sensors are good, sometimes after you fill it to the right amount of air, you're going to have to drive it just a little bit longer. On some vehicle manufacturers, you're going to have to drive it just a little bit longer for that light to automatically come off. Sometimes it comes off automatically as soon as it hits the right mark. Sometimes you have to drive it for maybe a couple miles for it to go off. A. B, if it doesn't come off after driving it for a little while, you might have an issue with your TPMS sensor itself. All right, there are tools out there where you can actually test the TPMS sensors to see which TPMS sensor has the issue or whether TPMS has the issue or not. A lot of times in this situation, it's the TPMS that has the issue. If you rotated your tires, you probably want to rotate it back. If not, you can always get these tools. They're not very expensive. Or you could go to the dealership, which is expensive. I believe they charge you $200 just to test out your TPMS sensors, and if they have to change it out, it could cost in excess of $1,000. If you go to the shops, some of these shops might do it for real cheap. Other shops are expensive. But these tools, check out those tools in the description section. They're A, not very expensive. B, they're easy to do. And C, just once you test it out, if your TPMS sensors are reading fine and you still have the TPMS light on your dash, and chances are if your TPMS sensors are reading fine, you're not going to have that light on your dash. All right, if you do, it could be a fuse, or maybe your car's computer having issues reading it. 99% of the time, it's either the TPMS sensor that's the issue. It's the TPMS sensor that's the issue. To be honest with you, 99% of the time, the TPMS sensor that has the issue. You either change out the TPMS sensor, and then after you change it, you do a reset of it. Very simple with these tools. They're inexpensive relative to what you would pay at the dealerships or at the shops. However, if you guys have your own personal experiences with this matter, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. All right, guys, appreciate your time. Take care.